Today we are going to take a look at Tesla stock. We are also going to look at some other interesting stocks like Apple, Amazon, AMD, ARM, Nvidia, and some of them have been pulling back. Tesla is down 0.43 cents, that's 0.23%, closed at 182.58. Let's take a look at what this means on our chart. So Tesla is no longer going down. We were going down right here at this rate for over a year. Since about a week, we have been outside of our downward channel and now we are going sideways. So this is where we are right now. Tesla is maintaining itself above 180.38. It's not going lower than that. So sellers are not willing to sell lower than 180.38. So then buyers need to buy at that price if they want to get any stock. It is not the right time to buy Tesla, in my opinion, because we are currently into what we call a congestion zone. The stock is going sideways, going up and down, going sideways. It has been in this congestion zone basically since the end of January. Of course, you can buy at any point in time. But before we buy it, we like to buy when it is going to move and not stay put for 5 months. We are going to know that Tesla really wants to move when sellers are not going to be selling lower than 194.35. This is what this line means. And once that happens, the buyers are going to have to push the price higher than 194.35 in order to get any stock. This is going to be pushing the stock higher, and at that point I myself personally will get back in, but we are not there yet. Let's take a look at the VIX, the fear factor in the stock market. VIX is still climbing. We are up 1%. We are climbing and climbing. This is why the stock market is not doing so great. In terms of the bonds, they are pretty much sideways, so they are not having a major impact. Let's take a look at our stock indices. So Dow Jones climbing, we have just crossed 39,295, which we have had some problem crossing, but we have crossed it today. S&P 500, after the big move that we had recently, this one is cooling down a little bit, down 0.31%. Nasdaq cooling down a little bit more. This is just a pullback. We are still into a bullish channel, so we are expected to be bouncing right here. If we don't bounce there, then we are going to have to conclude something else. But right now, Nasdaq is still bullish. This is still just a pullback. Let's take a look at some important stocks. Same thing with Apple. Apple had a big move on June 11th and 12th, and now we are pulling back a little bit. We tried during the day to close above 211.07. If we go on the 1 hour chart, we see that the first 2 hours today we tried to go higher, and we did, but then boom, we got pushed down. So lots of sellers in that stock. Amazon, also similar story. We tried to break 190. If we go on the 1 hour chart, we see that we broke it briefly during the day. So we had some buyers that were so eager to buy the stock that that time there were no sellers willing to sell lower than 190. This is what pushed the stock higher than 190. But then sellers came back in and pushed the stock right down. So this is not the time to buy Amazon. Wait for a close above 190. AMD going sideways. This is not the time to buy yet. ARM continuing its pullback. So right now we are pretty much at our support at 150.21. We see that this support is really having an effect, but we don't know if it is going to hold. If it breaks 150.21, we should be getting back to this support right here. So this is the support that we are going to be watching. Google continuing higher and higher. Microsoft, the same thing. Meta going sideways. Don't buy Meta yet. You need to wait for 123.39. Nvidia also pulling back quite sharply. So we are down 6%. So we had a nice move recently and we were getting very close to this big upward resistance. And basically we are coming back down from it. and nobody knows what is going to stop it. We could stop at 115.37. We have some support there. We have support a little bit higher also, right here at 117. And of course, we have support at 97. So we'll see where it stops, where it consolidates, and where it is telling us that it wants to get back up again. Palantir bouncing pretty well on 23.28. This is just one candle, so let's give it time to see what it does. SMCI continuing down. This one should be stopping at 695.60. So 5 bouncing, look at this, huh? Isn't it a great support right here? 631, boom. We are right on it. You can buy right now. Buying on support is one strategy. I tend to want to see something better than that, and I'm not seeing it yet, but you do what you want. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. So BYD going quite well, up 2% today. We still have to break 30.79. This is a price point that we were above last October, but now we have a hard time getting back above that point. Lucid doing nothing, Neo Battery Material nothing, Neo nothing, Novonix. We saw it last Friday, big move. Look at the volume right here. Super high volume, so there's something brewing right here. So we have a buy signal on Novonix. We have broken 211. This is what we had set as the horizontal resistance to beat. So we just went outside of this downward channel, and at the same time with the same candle, we also broke this horizontal resistance. So boom, this is a buy. I'm already in. I jumped the gun a little bit this afternoon, and then we'll see where it takes us. It could easily go to 294. Xpeng jumping a little bit. Jumping a little bit, you know. It needs to be at least above 822 to be some kind of a buy signal. At that point, we could be having stochastic over 60 at the same time, so that would not be too bad. Rivian bouncing well on 10 bucks. So 10 bucks seems to be a number below which the sellers don't want to sell their shares. So buyers don't have much choice but push it up a little bit. So we closed at 11. And we are up 6.69%. For me, I won't touch that one until 12.20 because we had a hard time breaking above 12.20. Hard times. So when this happens, this is going to mean that there's a step change in the market, and we are going to join them. Nouveau Monde Graphite also bouncing quite well on 188. This could be an aggressive buy right here. It could be an aggressive buy because, you know, it's not really bouncing. We have a bunch of red candles, so we don't really see that it's bouncing with a nice green candle, but it is close to support. So you can do it at your own risk. Bitcoin, boom, moved down as expected. We are stopping so far right now at 57,782. We'll see if we bounce because this is not a bounce. This is just a stop. We are down 2.69%. This is not doing too well. Gold, we are still maintaining ourselves above 792. I would wait for 1856 to buy. And silver, pretty much the same thing, but silver. This is going sideways. We have no stochastic. We have no stochastic above 60. We are into this bearish channel. We need to at least get out of it and then maybe break 1023 if we get a good stochastic at the same time. So yeah, Tesla is not yet ready, but at least Tesla is not pulling back too far. It's going sideways. Yeah, it did not go very high, so you know it did not have to pull back much. It is going sideways. We still need to be patient with that one. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.